Hello, hello. I'm trying to find a good song for us to get us in the zone and won't make us sleep. Come say hi to me as you're hopping on this live. And even if you're watching this on replay later, I would love, love, love for you to leave me a message. Let me know you've watched this. I was planning on being prepared with music, but I couldn't pick. I couldn't decide. Hope it's not too loud. How is everyone? I can see some of you are jumping on. Let me know that you're here. Say hi. Because I'm using my phone and I can't see who's here. But I would love, love, love to know that you're here, especially if it's your first time. Let me know what you're hoping to get out of the keys to Liberato. What would you like to get out of it? What would you like to get out of tonight's session? Hello, Tracy Lee, you're here. Beautiful. My recharge energy is here. Let me know how the music is. If it's not too loud, I hope it's not. So today is the first key to Liberato. We'll be talking about channel, being the channel. Hi, Carrie. So whether you're watching this live now with me or later on replay, I would love it, love, love, love if you would leave me a message or let me know. Come, say hi. The way I would like, oh, very soft. Okay, maybe that's good. Facebook doesn't like it too much, so we can't play it too loud, I guess. Keys to Liberato. Hi, June. Liberato is starting 1st of February. It is a 12-week beautiful journey where whoever's in there will not just meet their guides and connect, but build a relationship with their guides, with other divine energies like the divine goddesses, ascended masters, their soul family. It always sounds louder here. Hi, Martina. Hi, Amy. Welcome, welcome. You've picked a good one. So before Liberato starts, before we immerse ourselves, before we take the journey to remember to really connect and channel messages from your guides effortlessly, I thought I'll share with you 6 keys to Liberato, 6 sessions from today till Friday, every night, 8 p.m. Hi, Tash. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Samantha. Welcome. Now, some sessions will be here. Some are in my soul-led, spirit-driven Facebook group, just to give you that taste of a journey. The ones that are in my soul-led, spirit-driven group are probably deeper because it is a more private container, so I can tell you more. But if you're not interested, if you just want to skim the surface, just know a little bit, just a little bit, you can just watch these sessions and then you can replay them, save them, so that in case if you want to connect with your guides, be open to receiving messages, you can. So, being the channel, today we're going to talk about being the channel, what it means, because absolutely it does not mean that you have to become a psychic or a medium or a healer or a woo-woo person if you don't want to. We're going to talk about protection. Not that kind of protection. You guys, get your mind out of gutters. We're going to talk about spiritual protection. And we're going to talk about guides. What kind of guides there are, which ones you have, how many, all that other stuff. So, if this interests you, stick around. My plan is for these sessions to be short, to be concise, to be bite-sized, so they're not, I don't want to waffle on too much about Liberato. I feel that you will know whether Liberato is for you. And if you are a DIYer, then these sessions will be perfect. So, being a channel, where do we start? Where do we start? Start with tea. I've been struggling with my throat chakra, and I've done a lot of work, and I've done just my beautiful, whoa, I've got oil on my hands, so that's why they're slippery. My blue beautiful crystal, which Tracy Lee, who's my spiritual, I was going to say friend, she is my spiritual friend, but also my mentor. She's teaching me all about crystals, so I'm not going to teach you about crystals, but I know that this blue one is for throat chakra, so I was doing some work to get it going. When you decide that you want to connect with your guides, first of all, it's your birthright, okay? When souls decide to come down, soda light, there you go, Tracy came through, this is a soda light, thank you Tracy. When souls decide to come down to Earth, it's called Earth School, right? They come down because they want to learn, expand, ultimately be enlightened. So when they decide to come down here, it's really just the very brave souls that come down over and over and over till they have learned their lessons. Now, souls sometimes also, actually quite a lot, reincarnate or have lifetimes somewhere else. But I'm not going to get into this now because I could literally write a book about it. I'm not, but I could. In this one today, I just really wanted to share with you that you are one of the bravest souls. And Earth is a lot like Mount Everest. If you were to decide you want to climb Mount Everest, you would find the tools, the equipment, proper shoes, proper clothing, backpack, right? And you would make sure that you have guides who know where to go, what to expect, how to survive. The same is for us when we come down here. Just like when we would to attempt to climb Mount Everest, when your soul decided to come down into this lifetime, into last lifetime, into the next lifetime, you were given guides and equipment, but that's another session. Your senses, your psychic senses. When you were given these guides, some you have had probably lifetimes with, and so once when you connect with them, and this usually happens during my unveiling where we go across the veil and we meet our guides, and often I hear from participants, from the beautiful ladies, that felt so familiar. It's like I've seen them before, I've felt them before. And you know them, your soul remembers them. So you have guides. We all have guides. Let's take that question off the table. We all have guides, more than one in fact. So some guides have traveled with you through lifetimes and they know you. They know you so well. They know you. Some guides are divine beings, spiritual archangels. You even have animals, because they bring in either the energy that you need, or they bring in the protection that you need. So let me tell you a bit more about guides. You have one which is called your master guide or the primary guide. And this one has been with you since you've had your pre-birthing session before conception. This is probably the guide that has been with you for a while. This is the guide that will stay with you till the day you die. There, whether you know it or not, he's there 24/7, waiting, standing by and waiting for you to remember that you have this friend. Then there's guides who will come into your life, throughout your life, and they will spend some time with you, maybe because you're going through something, maybe because you need help with a particular area or project. When you become a teenager, a mother, when you start a new business, when you get a new job that feels unfamiliar and you're scared, there's a guide that you can call, or it will be sent to you. You also have a gatekeeper, a guide that is there to protect you from, let's just say, bad entities, dark, negative spirits. So especially if you are working with energy as a healer or a psychic medium or witch, you are bound to run into some baddies. Now, I always say that this space that we create, right, where our guides come in and talk to us, it's VIP only. It's not open to everyone. It's not open night at the bar where anyone can pop in. And here's something really interesting. Often, especially in these spiritual circles that I've taken part in, I have encountered people who just say, well, I just channel. I just open my mouth and things come through, and I don't even know where and who. I don't know who's talking to me. I don't care as long as they bring the goods. But here's the thing. If you don't know who you're talking to, you could be talking to the wrong ones. Bad entities. Now, I personally believe that if you hold the intention of being from love and light and using this connection to do good, not harm, that you will be protected. Your guides will look after you. Your gatekeeper is going to make sure that no one comes in that you don't want. I have actually a friend from another circle, and she's a psychic medium, and she has to take a break every few months because when she channels loved ones for her clients, she channels even the ones that were murdered, the ones that were killed, the ones that died in a horrific accident and are now vibrating very low because they're angry, because they are in shock, they don't know what has happened, because they've chosen to stay in this sort of in-between space. And because of all these negative spirits of loved ones that she allows to come into her space, they drain her energy. Even that moment, even though her readings are like half an hour to an hour, several times a day, it drains her energy. And they're just coming to pass on messages, and they're often angry or so sad, so disappointed. So she has to take a break. She's not very good at protecting herself as well, because she doesn't believe in it. I am not saying that if you're not working as a psychic or a medium, if you just want to connect with your guides and just get messages for yourself, for your business, for your life, that you need to go through extremes that a lot of psychic mediums do, right? They do the purple light, they cover their runes, saging, crystals, oils, visualizing, cleansing afterwards. You may not want to use all that prayers and stuff, but here's why I'm starting A Keys to Liberato with this first lesson, and this is partially what we will be doing in the first month. Because just like there cannot be light without the darkness, you cannot just be a channel. Think that you're just talking to the right guides and not ever attract anything negative. Like, you cannot believe that it's almost being naive if you think that you can just sit and channel, do cards, and never worry about anything. I think at the very least, have a bit of tourmaline somewhere near you to protect you. Obviously in Liberato, we're going to go in depth about protection, because whether you're going to use it to that extent or just a little bit, I want to make sure that you walk out knowing what the maximum is, and then you can adjust it. But when you, thanks Tracy, it is so important. You cannot just be a channel for fun, because it's fun to channel messages, and never run into any trouble. I can promise you this. I didn't take protection very seriously because I believed I just want to talk to my guides. I don't want to talk to anyone else. But here's the thing. I feel it, and it has been confirmed. There's always some entities attached to me. Now, when entity attaches itself to you, you will feel it. You will feel it because all of a sudden there's a big dip in your mood. You might feel lethargic, like you have no energy, like you're tired, very negative. Sometimes, can you believe that people live like this for years, thinking that is their natural state, to be negative, to feel depressed, to feel anxious, to just have this mediocre sort of way of navigating through life because of all these negative feelings, when actually they could have had entities attached to them. Sometimes it's loved ones that haven't fully been able to let go. Sometimes it's just spirit. They need your energy. And the funny thing is, the sadder you are, the more negative that you are, you can have entities like this walking it. The more you feel like that, the more you are open to these negative energies. Because here's the thing, all these beautiful divine beings are vibrating very, very high. Very high, okay? We vibrate, somewhere here. Now, in order for them to communicate with us, they have to come down and we have to raise our vibration. Now, some spiritual teachers have told me you have to be always vibrating high in order to channel messages, in order to communicate. Some said, not true. You can be miserable, negative, and you'll still be able to connect. Here's what my experience has been. If you are sad, if you feel hopeless, like, oh my God, I need help, I don't know where to turn, what to do, you will be able to connect with your guides, because that's what they're there for. They're here to hold you through the bad times, to get you through the stormy days, through the valley where there's trees have fallen down, there's wild animals. They will help you find a way to get through safely. But if you want to communicate, channel messages, channel programs, channel information from them, you're probably, and not attract the negative entities, your best bet is to be positive, to have a clean, beautiful aura around you. Now, Martina, what are you saying? I love tourmaline. It is at our front and back doors. Yes, that's perfect because it catches energies from people, but also spirit. Because people, and I know this from working with people, their energy, their negative energy, and sometimes again they could have had some entity attached to them. If I do 3 sessions back to back even, and I don't do my cleansing afterwards, even though it's video, I feel just like I've worked 12 hours in a factory. Hard labor, super tired, I can't even move. I have no idea, like I just want to go to bed and sleep. And if you know energy healers, have them on speed dial, because, and Tracy Lee knows about this, because I always go back to that moment where I was supposed to run a class in my group, and it was Friday evening, and I've had a whole day of sessions, and I didn't do the cleansing properly. I didn't cleanse. I cleansed their energy, but I didn't clean mine so well afterwards. And I was messaging Tracy. I'm like, I can't go live. I can't. I just have no energy. I just want to go to bed. And Tracy did this amazing. She told me about, you know, what oils, what crystals, 10-minute meditation. She sent her gang. She did her thing on her end. And within like 15 minutes, I had this burst of energy. It was something like I've never experienced. And I felt like second wind or something came through. So don't underestimate energy, but also don't underestimate protection. It is so important. We have to acknowledge the darkness in order to see the light. Like first month in Liberato, and even the second session, the second key in Liberato is about the negative messages, the blocks, because we don't bypass things like that. Psychic bypassing is not going to get you very far. You will be doubting the messages that you get. You will be questioning things. And that's not going to make for an enjoyable experience. We want you to love the connection that you have with your guides. We want you to love this relationship, to love channeling messages from them. So it's almost like, I'll talk more about it tomorrow, when your mind is busy with all the thoughts, blocks, limiting self-beliefs, it's so noisy up there, you can't hear messages. So in order to be a channel, which is what you will be if you decide to connect with your guides, you'll be a channel. You need to protect yourself. Now here's another thing. Guides would never ever say to me, for example, because here's the thing. Okay, let me just pedal back. This just came in. Spider-Man. Tracy, you know where I'm going with this. His uncle said, with great power comes great responsibility. And it's the same thing. If you want to work with your guides in your business, whether you're a teacher, a healer, a doula, an artist, opera singer, a nanny, The moment you decide to work with your guides and bring them into your business and let them help you, you have to be responsible. Now, sometimes as humans like to misinterpret. June loves my analogy. Yeah. You've got the power, and this is all of us. We all have this power once we connect to our guides, once we activate our gifts. So you got to be responsible. When you are channeling stuff, sometimes a human mind will put its own spin on it. Put it through a filter of personal experience, personal different upbringing, and we will regurgitate it to our clients. Spirit says no. No. Because Spirit, your guides, they don't have an ego. They don't appeal to your ego. They're not going to tickle your ego to make you feel good. If you need to have, if you need to be honest with yourself, they'll remind you. My guides would never say, go and message Tracy and tell her she needs to come and work with you. My guides will never say that. No one's guides will ever say that. That's manipulation. That's human manipulation. Ego. What happens, and I'm going to actually share with you so you can see how messages come from me, but also how you might be receiving them. So let's say you are someone who has been trying to get her business off the ground, and you hustle and you work hard and strategies and doing the social media and all the marketing things, and nothing's working and no one's coming, and you're just like hustle, grind, nothing's working. You're like, oh my god, what's happening? And your guides might be like, hey, maybe it's time to slip into your feminine and do business in a soul-led way. Here's a cause. Here's a person that knows a lot about it. And you're like, no. Nope, this cause comes up. Nah, don't care. So again, you do business the masculine way, right? Strategies, sales funnels, webinars. Right. Not working, no one's coming. You're getting frustrated, like, why? Why isn't it working? So you guys go like, okay, all right, she didn't get the messages. Let's give her another one. Here's a book by Julie Tenner, Flowers and Honey. Read this. You need to know this. All of a sudden, you find this book somewhere on a shelf, or it pops up in your Facebook. Someone's talking about it. You're like, that's not for me. I don't have time to read books about flowers and honey. Who is this Julie Tenner? I have to so true about the messages, guides don't manipulate. Yeah. So while you're dealing with that, and your guides are like, oh my god, she's not getting it. She wants help, but she's not getting it. We're trying to guide her. On the other side, here I am with my guides. And my guides go, hey, you need to know about divine goddesses, because clients will come to you soon. And when we show you a goddess, you won't know, right? So I'm like, okay, I've got to learn about divine goddesses. We say you don't have to teach, but you need to know. So when we show you the divine goddesses, you know who's who, you know why, so you can tell them about it. So off I go, I read, I learn. In the meantime, you are there with your guides, and you guys go like, okay, we've tried everything, she's not listening. Hey, there's Kasha. She's an open channel. Let's try and get the message through her. Maybe she'll get it. And all of a sudden, you get this push. And I get a message from you saying, I don't know why, but I've been really drawn to working with you. I don't even know how. I feel like I really need to work with you for some reason. I get this all the time. And my guides go, that's the one. Tell her about the divine goddesses. Tell her about this goddess, that goddess. Goddess Lakshmi, Queen Yin, Goddess Isis. Don't tell about Kali, that's too powerful for her. So I tell you. And we connect. And he said, you know, I had these strange experiences. Those were messages from guides. So this is how you might be receiving messages, but this is also how my guides, they wouldn't say, hi Tracy Rowe. They wouldn't say, go into her messenger and tell her she needs to work with you. Tell her that if she doesn't, her business is going to fall flat on her face. They're not going to say that. They'll tell me, I need to know this and to know that. For Liberato this round, I needed to learn about womb healing. I needed to do, for several weeks, mirror work. And trust me, not the Louise Hay way. This one is, because that's what we need to do. And it's not me sharing this like, you know, like I'm the expert, but it's another little tool that I want to share with you that I've been doing that will help you. So, do you have any questions? Because I feel like I've waffled on and I've waffled on, and I hope that you trust that you have more than one guide. At any time, you could have 5, 6, 7, 8 guides. And it doesn't matter if you don't see them. We'll talk about it, I think, in the third key, which one will be here, I think, activating your psychic senses. But you will feel them. You will see them with your inner eye. Tracy Rowe. How many goddesses are there? Oh my God, Tracy, there are so many. I had to buy a deck of cards with goddesses because there's so many. I am only working with, because that's the thing, you don't have to know all of them. You need to, the right ones will find you. When they find you, there's a reason why you need to work with them. So Goddess Kali, she will come and turn your life upside down. She's the goddess of death and rebirth. So when you need a big shake-up, she will do that for you. So you got to be very careful if you invite her into your space. She's not evil. She's not negative. She's a divine goddess, but you call her in if you are ready to like turn your life upside down, because nothing but a shake-up where you feel like you're in a snow globe will help to yank you out of this life and put you where you need to be. Goddess Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance and wealth. So if you're trying to manifest something and you feel like, you know, you need a little bit of a boost, Goddess Lakshmi. Goddess Queen Yin, harmony, peace, love, beautiful, soft energy. There's also Goddess Isis. Oh my gosh, this goddess is everything. It's sexual energy. It's the mother energy. She's a protector. I've actually had to learn about her because I've had several clients, hello Miss June, come to me, and my guides were like, she used to be a servant of Goddess Isis. She was one. They need to pick up where they left off. They need to work with that energy. If you find out you have a negative entity attached to you, how do you get rid of them? See, that's always, my shaman always finds these things. You can go to a Reiki healer, I believe. Tracy Lee, for example, she does beautiful cleansing. Cleansing your aura, sometimes that will help if you actually cleanse it. Have a bath in Epsom salt. Visualize this beautiful light, white light. Sometimes if you feel that you have this energy, all you have to do is just give them love, send them into the light. Okay, visualize it. For deck of goddess card, yes, Tracy. If I may, I'll take a photo and I'll send you a message, because I can't remember, I don't even know where the box is, and I cannot remember what they're called. they're really beautiful, and they're really good to kind of pull out, and then you can tune into that energy. I'll message you if that's okay. So it's so much fun. It really is, but you have to, it's not a party trick. It's not a marketing trick. When we do cards here on Monday, I sage, I make sure the room is nice, you know, protected. And I do it because I know whoever jumps on here may not know about protection. So I want to make sure that you don't pick up these energies, because sometimes energies are there, right? So I do that for you, right? I do that when we work one-on-one. When you come in that energy, I cleanse it for you and send you back. We do that. But when you're the one channeling for yourself, just have protection around you, whether it's oils, whether it's crystals, whether it's, and Tracy Lee is amazing. She will actually run a workshop inside Liberato all about cleansing, protecting, because I can tell you a little bit, I can tell you what I do, which I will, but I want you to know the whole spectrum. Cindy is here. Hi, Cindy. The whole spectrum, so that you can choose how much you want to do. But don't bypass it. Don't bypass it. It's just, you will feel lightheaded. It's like grounding. We need to ground ourselves. When I take you across the veil for big visualizations, big meditations, I always make sure we are grounded. This is why I say drink a lot of water, rest, you know, have your crystals, have your oils, ground yourself. Because when you don't do that, and this is something that we have to do, energy workers have to do, psychics, mediums, we have to do it. We have to work on our chakras. We have to ground ourselves, because otherwise you will feel very removed from this life. You will feel very lightheaded, airy fairy. You won't be able to focus, concentrate. You will feel like very absent in this life, and that's not good. That's not what we want. You have to, when you're working, and this isn't, so when you guys do, let's say, automatic writing, we'll talk about that as well. Automatic writing, and you're channeling something, you don't have to worry so much about it. But if you work as a healer, psychic, medium, and you are inviting energies in, and you're spending so much time up there across the veil, you have to ground yourselves. Your guys will come down to you. You just have to make sure that you are positive, happy, and if you're negative, change it, shift it. This is why the first month in Liberato is so much about shutting down the noise and amplifying all the positivity. All right, my loves. That's the first key. The second one, tomorrow, will be Inside Soul-Led, Spirit-Driven. Come and join us. It's a private group. It will be on, let me check, silencing the noise so that you can hear messages. And then I'll see you on Tuesday here. But tomorrow, 7 p.m, cards. All right. Have a gorgeous night. Thank you for being here. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any more questions, please leave them below. I'll come back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, June.